Hi everyone. I hope you're doing well. It's been a couple weeks since I have done a video. Last week was so full of strategic plan work that I'll be honest, my brain just needed a break, and I was going to record a video for you, and then I just simply forgot because I needed to go home and sit by the pool. So I hope you're aware that a lot is still happening with the strategic plan. Margaret and team were back in town for 3 days last week, and you're going to get another email update from Paul very soon, I think this week, in fact. And he's going to let you know everything that's happening. This is that moment that I mentioned a few months ago that you might remember, where I said it's going to feel like nothing's happening. But things still are happening. We met with some community leaders last week to get their thoughts on the library. We had an open community meeting at Southwest Regional, and then your peers who represent you on the smaller strategic plan group, they met for a full day, and then an even smaller group than that met for half a day, and then leadership team met. So it was all strategic plan all the time, and all of this information that we've been capturing, and that's really where we are right now, is in the information gathering phase. We are still there. All of that information, including the online survey, is going to lead to the final plan and what comes out of the final plan. So hang tight. I appreciate your patience. I know that sometimes it can feel like things are moving slowly. But remember, I like to do things slow and right and not fast and wrong. So this is what slow and right looks like. A couple of things. I'm going to share a link for you that someone actually shared on my Facebook this morning that I thought was really interesting and really impactful. It's a video, I suppose you could call it, of where people who live in Fort Worth, how they commute. And I will tell you, I'm doing this because it looks like this. It looks like people in Fort Worth, most of them commute out of Fort Worth. And so my first thought when I looked at that, and maybe it'll be your thought as well when you look at it, is this is why I've been saying since I got here that we need to work on our hours. Because with so many people commuting out of the city for work, our hours, we're just not open when they're home. We're closed so many evenings, and most locations are closed half the weekend. So that's still in the works, and what we're working on right now is some mock-ups of potential schedules. We're talking through what we think the hours should look like, and so this is happening at leadership team, and I believe that a committee of staff are being put together to really dig deep into this and figure out how much we can do with our existing staff. So check the email below for that link, and let me know what you think. I would love to know if you find it as fascinating as I do. You can actually put in any city in the country in there, so you might go down a rabbit hole the way that I did last night. The other thing I want to let you know is, as most of you know, especially those of you who have been here for a while, a few years ago we retired the library logo, this swirl one. That's because the city decided that all city departments would use Molly and Molly alone. So even though you still see the swirl on a lot of things, it doesn't really exist anymore. It's just that we haven't had an opportunity or the means to replace it everywhere. Certainly on the outdoor signage, the what I call monument signs, those are quite expensive, so we'll replace them as we can. But Molly is our logo. Molly is us. That said, I think we need a way to distinguish ourselves. We are a city department, but we are also the library. And so we've been working with City Communications Department on a logo that allows us to have a separate identity, but also still aligns us with the city. So I am pleased to show you the new logo for the Fort Worth Library. This is about as low tech as you can get. This is just it printed out on a piece of paper, but this is it. So it's the Molly, and then it says Fort Worth Public Library. So this is what's happening. It's official. We didn't go through a whole design process because we're pretty limited on what we could do. We needed to keep the Molly, but really just being able to also say Fort Worth Public Library as a part of the city logo was really important to me. So you're gonna get an email next week from the communications department letting you know what to expect with this new logo. Again, we're gonna do a slow rollout. We'll replace tablecloths, will replace logos on flyers, all of that sort of thing. And so this email next week will let you know about all of that. But I'd love to know what you think of the logo. I'm going to attach a PDF to this email. Take a look at it. I hope that you like it as much as I do and understand that we simply can't have our own logo. And so I think this is the best that we can do to really say to people, hey, we're the city, and we're the public library. So that's all I have for you. Would love to hear from some of you, and I hope that you are having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful summer. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.